In this video, we are going to talk about submitting bulk entries from the admin side. So from time to time, you may have a need to add a number of entries. Perhaps it is rodeo day and you're adding entries at the gate. And perhaps you have an email process and you have a number of entries to add. There is a way to add them through a bulk process. There are some limitations of that, and we will get into that. In this video, we are first going to show you the bulk entries for a rodeo organization, and then after that, we will show you the bulk entries for a barrel racing organization. To get started adding bulk entries, we will go to Set Entries. We will click on the Add Bulk Entries, and a couple of things to note before we get started. All members must be in the member database before they will be available for entry here. So the select member is going to pull up all current members. If the event is not set, so if you choose a member but do not select an event, then that entry will not be saved. And as the admin, you have the ability to enter members into an event despite what your settings may restrict. So the entries in the bulk entry will not be checked for currently paid memberships, maximum number of entries in an event, number of max entries by a member, that type of thing. So whatever you set here is going to be entered. Keep in mind this is obviously specific to the rodeo. So if you have a rodeo set, it is only going to bring up the events within that rodeo and only going to bring up members within your member database. So we can put a few in. We will pick a member. We will pick an event. We can pick another member and pick an event and another member and an event. Keep in mind that it is simply a member and individual event pairing that we are submitting here. Now you can select the same member and put them into the same event, and this will give them two entries in that event. Keep in mind that entries into team events don't work in this bulk entry form. So once you have made a number of bulk entries, you would simply click the Submit button. This form allows for 10 at a time. If you have more bulk entries to submit, you would simply enter the first 10, hit Submit, and bring up the Add Bulk Entries form again and submit some more. So once we have chosen what we want to submit, we click Submit, and we will now have those new entries entered into here. And if any of our entries were already in some of these events, as this member was, then they'll be added again. If you make a mistake, you can delete individual entries. If you are a barrel racing organization, then this process and the bulk entry form will be slightly different. We will now switch to a barrel racing demo organization and show you that. So now from our demo barrel jackpots association here, we will go to set show entrance and we will select a show. And we have our bulk entries button here. And you'll see that compared to the rodeo bulk entries, there's a few more options here. And these options will depend on how you have set up this show and what the options are in there. So first of all, you'll be selecting the member and horse combination. So we'll select one here. We can select an event. And as the admin, you will need to be aware of your rules in terms of which events can have side pots added, as well as whether there are carryovers to open events or carryovers from open events to others, so that you make the correct selections here. The requirement to follow the rules here, the onus of that is on the admin, as all of those quality checks do not occur in the bulk entries here. We can select the same member on another horse. We'll put them in the open event, and we can select a side pot. Now, only the events available within this show are available here, and only the side pots and the carry two options are available as set in the competition are available here. Now, if you want to enter this member on this horse in this event, this exact same entry, more than once, we can select 2 as the number of entries. And what that will do is it will record this specific entry 2 times. You can do the same thing by simply replicating that as well. So we'll put in a few more of our test members here. And here we'll take one in senior barrel racing. We will carry it to the open. We'll take another one, another member here, senior barrel, carry this to the open. We'll pick another one here, and we will put this one into open barrel. We'll select the side pot, and let's do this one twice as well. And again, you would only do this if this is what your rules allow for your competition. When we've selected everything we want here, we would hit submit. If you have more than the 10 that this form allows, you would enter in your first 10, hit submit, hit add bulk entries, and do this again. When we submit, it is going to save these entries as we have put them here. Again, it is not going to do any of the rules testing. It is going to allow us to enter these just as we have them here. We'll hit submit, and now we can see a number of these entries that have gone in here. We can see these showing as bulk entries. These members here, some of these are entered by members. Here's another bulk entry. So we can see all of these bulk entries were added simply by filling out that one form. And when they're added by the bulk entry form, the amount, the dollar amounts owing, those are all updated, which includes any carryovers, any side pots, all of the entry fees, and any other associated fees. So they go in as a bulk entry, but they're treated just the same, treated just like any other entry.